Hey, good morning everybody and welcome to another day in the life. All right, while the coffee is going, I just want to go ahead and take a second to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is Lumen. Lumen is a portable device in an app that measures the amount of carbon dioxide in your breath, and with that information, it tells you what your metabolism is doing. Now, I've been using Lumen for about a month now, and in today's video, I'm gonna kind of walk you through, in addition to show you everything that I'm doing today, everything that I'm eating, I'm gonna kind of show you how I can incorporate the Lumen into my daily device. And that means first thing, I'm going to breathe into and use my Lumen device first thing in the morning after waking, and it kind of tells me whether I'm burning fats, carbs, and kind of what my fasting and my macros should look like for the day. So if you've been following me for any time, you know I am starting to clean up my nutrition. It's really something I've been working on in the last month or two. I obviously want to be eating really healthy, and my idea has been, I want to do this over a longer period of time. First, I started with the fasting, then I started with the fitness, and I'm now at a point that I want to really focus on my nutrition, and Lumen's been helping me with that. With all that being said, it's time to get a morning reading and see whether or not I'm burning fats or carbs. So let's get that done.
Inhale deeply through your lumen. Hold your breath. Exhale in 3, 2, 1.
All right, so I ended up breathing into my device, and then it asked me a few questions like, was yesterday a high carb day, a low carb day? And for me, it was probably a mid carb day, but unlike most of the time, I ended up eating till about 11 o'clock last night. We were celebrating a friend of ours' birthday and had some chips and buffalo dip until late in the night. And it is funny, this is the first time on my Lumen device I've ever had it with a reading of 5, meaning I'm burning mostly carbs. And some of the things is, I was eating chips last night and I was eating until about 11 o'clock, so it's funny to see that. But anyways, I've got my macros for the day. It looks like it's gonna be a lower carb day. I'm gonna do another reading after my workout and see how that adjusts it. Generally, I'm not eating until after I work out anyways, and sometimes that will adjust my macros for the day. But all that being said, coffee's just about done being brewed now. Let's have some of that and get started on our day. All right, so it is Sunday morning. It is about a little after 9 o'clock right now. I actually did end up sleeping in today because we were out hanging out with some friends last night, and I'm excited. My brother's actually coming up today because we are finishing up spring break week here, and for half the week, my mom has been staying with us, and my little brother is actually coming up to pick her up to bring her back down to Melbourne, but him and I are gonna get to hang out today, and I'm excited for that. But before he gets here, I gotta get some work done online. I'm gonna do some check-ins as well as post some stuff in YouTube. So that's where my morning is gonna start, getting some work done on the computer, waiting for my little brother to get here. Hey, what's good, man?
Chilling out.
I just gotta finish up. Give me 5-10 more minutes and we'll get ready to head out. How's the drive?
Not bad.
Well, let me finish this up and we'll get ready. Hey, what's going on, Ali? Starting here like we do every week with our check-in, taking a look at your overall progress. And I know I sound like a broken record man, but you are absolutely crushing it. Down to 353, quickly approaching the 20-pound weight loss mark, which I absolutely love to see, honestly, man. As far as your habits go, just a stellar week this week with the workouts and hitting your fast and everything. One of the other things also is I still have you at fasting at 16 hours. Kind of let me know what your fast have looked like. Have you been doing kind of that 16-hour mark? Have you been doing more or less? If you've been doing 16, that's great. I would honestly just keep you there. Yeah, so I actually bought these at Christmas time when rib roasts are on sale. They're like $6 a pound, which cannot be beat. So I had some 2-pound roast cut. I'll end up cutting these into individual steaks here in a little bit once they thaw out. That was good, baby.
That was incredible.
All right, so it is Sunday. About to go get a workout in with my little brother, and my workout routine generally over the last few weeks has looked like this. So I'm doing CrossFit 3 to 4 times during the week. And then on the weekend, I'm coming and I'm doing like a weightlifting session. I still really do like weightlifting. It's something that I have always enjoyed. I've been doing it since college, weightlifting / bodybuilding style of workouts. I like CrossFit because I feel like I'm really improving my overall level of fitness, but this kind of bodybuilding workout is just something that I really enjoy, and I'm looking forward to working out with my brother today. So let's go get a workout in. So I'm gonna go do some barbell rows now. And if you go back and watch my workout videos from YouTube from like 2 years ago, you will see the workouts that I'm doing now are very similar to what I was doing then. A lot of times you think you've got to get really fancy with the workouts. What I have found to be most sustainable is find a workout that I like and just do that again and again. And the reasons that I'm doing these workouts is because I enjoy them. And because I enjoy them, I do them consistently, and that's where I get my results. And the other thing is with these workouts, I'm always trying to increase my weight, my reps. So I am stronger now than when I started, but there's nothing really sexy about my workouts. It's just the things that I like doing that work the whole body. But these barbell rows are one of my favorite. So after the workout is when I use the Lumen again. Now, unfortunately, there was music playing in the gym locker room, so I wasn't able to upload the audio to YouTube. But essentially, after the workout, I breathe into the device, and then it adjusts my plan based off of how the workout went for me. Now, in this case, I went from a 5 to a 3, meaning I was burning more carbs to burning more fat, which was good, and it adjusted my carbs up for the day. All right, you ready to go, man?
Let's do it.
All right, so Trav and I are gonna go do something, and I don't know what our plans are. Whenever that happens, I always like to grab a little bit of snack so that later on, if I wanna break my fast on the go, I can do that. So I'm gonna grab some of this biltong to take with us. So speaking of grabbing those snacks, I got those just in case we're out and about and wanna eat and break my fast and don't have access to food, but I haven't talked about my fasting schedule yet today. So as far as fasting goes, again, Carrie and I were actually went over to a friend's house to celebrate his birthday yesterday. We did a game night, a lot of fun, but we ended up staying later, and I ended up eating later than I normally would. So I stopped eating last night around 11 p.m., which is about 3 hours for me later than normal. So the plan right now, because Travis and my mom are here, we're gonna do dinner tonight around 6. I may or may not do one meal today. And if I make it until about 6 o'clock tonight, that's 1800, so that's a 19-hour fast if I just kind of do my one meal. But I'm gonna kind of listen to my body. So if I don't even make it to 16, I'm good with that. I'm just gonna kind of listen to my hunger cues. Right now I am it's 1:30, so 13 and a half hours fasted. I may or may not even make it to 16 hours, and that's okay, you know, so I'll just kind of play it by ear as far as that goes. But that's my fasting, my loose plan for the day, which is why I love intermittent fasting, is there's so much flexibility with it. So we were thinking about what to do, and there's Topgolf. Yeah. We're gonna go. My memory's going. I need to take some 𝐂𝐿𝐒 or something, but apparently we've been here before. It must have been 5 years ago at this point. We're gonna go play some Topgolf, hang out, maybe eat something. We'll see how it goes. So it is a 2-hour wait for Topgolf. So maybe we are not gonna be doing that. We went ahead and put our names on the list to go hang out around the town center. And if they call us in the next hour, maybe we'll come and play. Let's go find something to do. All right, so we are not gonna wait for Topgolf just because we still need to make dinner tonight. So what we are gonna do though, like I said before, my mom is actually visiting us this week because it was spring break. And a few days ago, we took the girls to Dave & Buster's, and I still have some money on my Dave & Buster's card. So you wanna go to Dave & Buster's, play some video games? Good stuff. And actually, I mean, you probably get this from not only from the videos, but the fact that I'm even on TikTok and YouTube and all that stuff. I am a big kid at heart. I don't know, I have always been that way. So going to play some video games at Dave & Buster's sounds like my kind of afternoon. And I don't have a video game console at the house because I would probably obsess over it. So little spurts of time, Dave & Buster's works good. Let's go play some games, man. All right, so we just got home and it is just about 4 o'clock right now, so I'm about 17 hours into my fast. I'm going to breathe into my Lumen device one more time. I'm gonna kind of see where it says after I have been fasting now for 17 hours, and then I think I'm gonna go ahead and break my fast, but we'll go ahead and see what the reading says. All right, so I'm gonna breathe into the device here. I'm gonna click do after fasting.
Inhale deeply through your lumen. Hold your breath. Exhale in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so it says that I'm burning mainly carbs right now, and this is one of the things with the Lumen. If it tells you that you're burning mainly carbs after it's been a while since you've eaten, that is an indication that it's actually a good time to break your fast. So not only am I a little bit hungry right now, but what you'd like to see is, you know, that you're staying kind of in that fat burning zone. So I'm gonna go ahead and break my fast now. I'm at about 17 hours. Get a little protein snack and we'll show you what that is. So I am gonna end up breaking my fast with this biltong. Now it's time for an apple. All right, so we are gonna be cooking in the sous vide tonight. It's actually been a minute since we've used this, but my favorite way to cook a steak is with the sous vide, and I love it because it just turns out perfectly cooked every time. I cook them at between 136 to 139 degrees. I'll change. Today I'm gonna do 137 and let that come up to temperature. And it comes out of the tap at like 120, so I'll let that come to temperature. So I have the steaks. So I bought these actually at Christmas time. Publix does a sale on standing rib roasts, which is the same thing as a ribeye steak. You just have to buy more of it. And I bought an entire rib roast, which is 7 bones. I had them cut me just kind of the single bone in between. And I was thinking about cooking them like cowboy steaks. You can see here, like this one is really thick. They ended up being just too thick. They were almost like roasts. So what I'm gonna do now, since I have 2 of these, I still have my cutlery from when I was at Publix. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these and I'm going to debone them And then after I debone them, I'm gonna turn each one of these into 2 boneless steaks. All right, so once I've got these cut up and into steaks, it's time to season them. And I'm just gonna do salt and pepper. And one of these is gonna be for the girls, so I'm gonna do a little less pepper. Kosher salt, some black pepper, and then some garlic powder. And then I'm gonna drop them into the vacuum seal bags, vacuum seal them, and then drop them in the sous vide. So I've had the sous vide now for coming up on just about 2 years. I first saw it on a YouTube channel, 𝐂𝐄𝐓'𝐒. I was watching that stuff a ton, like, heck man, time's flying. It was like 3 years ago now is when I was watching 𝐂𝐄𝐓'𝐒. He was cooking all sorts of steaks. That's when I really got into cooking steaks. That's really where I got interested in butchery. So I started watching those. A year went by and I just cooked them on the cast iron, did reverse sears, all sorts of stuff. And then for Christmas 2 years ago, Carrie got me the sous vide, and this thing, we've got a lot of kitchen appliance. This thing is absolutely worth it, and there's a few reasons why I love it. One of them is the convenience. It is just so nice to set the temperature, drop the steaks in, and then when, like we are tonight, we're having company over, like the steaks are gonna be done in about an hour to an hour and a half, and I can leave them in here for up to 3 hours. So then it's like whenever we're ready to eat, I can pull them out. They are perfectly cooked, and then all I need to do is put a sear on them. So I really like the sous vide. I know I've gotten a lot of questions about it before. What it is, essentially, all this thing does is it brings the water up to temperature, and then it keeps it at that temperature. So I've got it set at 137 degrees. So the steaks are gonna get to 137 degrees, and they're never gonna go over that. So it's not really boiling the steaks. Some people say that, but that's not the case. I like it because it's easy, it's convenient, and it cooks the steak perfectly every time from edge to edge. You get a perfectly medium rare cooked steak. So I really like it. So we'll set those up, and then here in a little bit, maybe we'll have something to eat before we kind of get into the sides, but really love the sous vide. No, so if you are lucky enough to live in an area of the country that has Publix, this is a really good deal. And they probably go on sale, not once a month, maybe like once every 6 weeks, maybe once every 2 months, but it's the frozen mussels, buy one, get one free. They're normally $6 a box, but when they're BOGO, they work out to be $3 a box. And they are super easy. You put them in frozen, you bring the temperature up till it starts to boil a little bit, then just put the lid on, keep them warm, but super easy, really good, and at $3 a box, that's a hard deal to beat. All right, so while the mussels are heating up and steaks have still got an hour left to cook, we're just gonna do some appetizers. You gonna do some appetizers, bro?
That's it.
So here is another Publix staple that I absolutely love, and it is the bacon wrapped jalapenos. It's just cream cheese, jalapenos, bacon, and some paprika on top there, but these are really good. And my favorite way to cook them is actually in the air fryer. I just put them in the pan just like this. This is my favorite way to cook them. So these are Aldi, and these are Publix. And again, we started eating Brussels sprouts, honestly, like a month ago. We got them in a HelloFresh meal. Yeah, no, so we have been eating a lot more Brussels sprouts. And honestly, I think today's gonna end up being a pretty good day. Broke my fast with the biltong. We've got the mussels, we're just about done right now, plus the bacon wrapped jalapenos. And all in all, I feel like today's gonna be a pretty good day. One of the things that I have been moving towards when I'm looking at my nutrition, just to simplify things, make it a little healthier, is moving towards kind of like whole foods, single ingredient type stuff, cutting out some of the processed stuff. I'm still not perfect and, you know, trying to get a little better over time, but I think all in all, today's gonna end up being a really good day and really delicious. Woo, these are looking good. Have them in there for about 6 or 7 minutes. How is it?
It's really good.
The mussels are ready.
What? Mussels. Lunch is that ready?
So here is the real secret to enjoying jalapeno poppers, is after you take them out and they have cooked, let them sit for like 10 or 15 minutes. I cannot tell you how many times I have burned my mouth with scalding hot cream cheese. So I'm gonna let those rest for a little bit and have some. Well, while dinner is finishing cooking right now, I did want to take the opportunity to thank the sponsor of today's video, Lumen. Now, Lumen is a handheld device that comes with an app that allows you to see how your metabolism is working. So it measures the carbon dioxide in your breath, and through that it tells you whether or not you're in a fat burning mode or in a carb burning mode. And if you have been watching my channel for any period of time, you know I am committed to this idea of lifelong health and fitness and making slow steps towards improving your overall fitness. Now that's something that I have been doing. It started with fasting for me, then it moved to fitness, and I am now at the point that I am working on fixing my nutrition and just continuing to try to get better a little at a time. And Lumen is absolutely helping me do that. And as a special gift to my subscribers, if the first 100 people follow the link in the description below, you can get $50 off your Lumen device by using code IF with Ryan. Again, if you are at a point where you're looking to improve your overall nutrition, Lumen can absolutely help you with that. It can tell you whether or not it's better to eat the carbs, fat, protein, and kind of what that should look like on a daily basis based off of your personal metabolism. So I have been using Lumen for about a month now, and I really do enjoy kind of seeing how my body is reacting not only to my fasts, but also to how I am doing with the workouts. Last night was a perfect example. I stayed out much later than we normally do and ate more carbs than I usually do at nighttime. And for the first time ever, I think I had like a 5 reading on my Lumen in the morning. So I love how it gives you that accurate daily feedback. So again, thank you to Lumen for sponsoring today's video. And if you want to check them out, be sure to follow the link in the description of this video. Thank you very much, Lumen, and let's go ahead and get back to dinner. So speaking of Lumen, it said I needed to get some more carbs in today, and I want to make sure that I'm eating carbs. You know, I'm not completely cutting them out of my diet, but looking at what I've eaten already and what we have planned for dinner, we have the Brussels sprouts, which have some carbs in them, but I need to get a little more, and I'm gonna have some apples. And we have been doing this recently. Carrie has been pre-slicing the apples because the girls like to slice apples when we send them to school, but she's got them soaking in some water and pineapple juice to stop them from turning brown. Those are good apples. Man, Travis, your mustache is looking good. I'm very jealous of your mustache.
You should, all you gotta do is curl yours. I don't even use wax, I just pinch and roll and it stays.
Carrie's getting the girls' snacks ready for the week, and it's time to get my dad tax in some of these raspberries. All right, so this is something that I have been doing recently. I seen in a video to get a better sear on them. I'm gonna take them out of the vacuum seal bags, and then I'm gonna leave them, pat them dry, and leave them to rest on these cooling racks for about 2 minutes. That's gonna let the temperature come down just a degree or two, so that when I put them on the hot cast iron, I'm not overcooking the outside edge. I've been doing that the last few times, and it really has helped me to get a really good sear on it. All right, so I'm gonna have what is I'm gonna go back for seconds of the ribeye here in a little bit. I'm gonna end the day at about 2,100 calories. I'm gonna be just a little shy of my carb totals for the day, but that is okay because again, I kind of went a little hard on the chips and salsa and everything last night for dinner. So this is where I'm going to end the day. All in all, it's been a really good day. I have really enjoyed bringing you along with me. Thanks again to Lumen for sponsoring today's video. And remember, if you use code IF with Ryan, follow the link in the description of this video. First 100 people will get $50 off the purchase of their Lumen device. And if you want to see more videos, I'm going to leave another one on the screen here now. Be sure to check that out. And remember, we're not looking to lose weight fast.